Ayo Fayoshe, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, Honorable Umar Batur, Adeyemi Ajibade SAN, regards and respect in the eyes of the public on account of despicable conduct of the former governor of Rivers State and these men he recruited to help him destroy the party, contrary to Articles 58, subsection 1, subsection B, and subsection I of our Constitution.
The declaration triggered mixed reactions among PDP governors, some startled, others unfazed. Before long, responses began to pour in.
Beyond the election of our national officers, in the absence of INEC and as contend with merits of litigation for and against this convention, as the chairman NCOC, it is not within my prerogative to go on with this exercise.
In the case of Imo, Abia, Enugu, Akwa Ibom, and Rivers, convention is hereby moved to dissolve the entire structures, ward, local government areas, and states.
Well, I guess, it's one of those situations that we have to deal with. It was a collective decision by all the members of the working committee and some governors that are here. So I think it's part of the process of reforming the party so that going forward we'll not have issues.
This is the convention. It's not an individual that is expelling any individual. But people are tired of indiscipline, of destructive elements that are causing so much disaffection. And so the convention took a holistic decision. And that is final. It is not for me to talk. Definitely, the convention has gone well to look inward to make sure that all disparaging issues and those that are giving the party problems are removed.
Despite the tensions, the convention pushed on with its agenda. Voting commenced and soon after, a winner emerged. Kabiru Saraki from Kebbi State pulled a total of 1,560 votes to become the new national chairman of the People's Democratic Party. Now that decisions have been made and a new national chairman have been elected for the People's Democratic Party, the party now has the responsibility of reconciling aggrieved members while also ensuring that the party becomes a formidable force in Nigeria's polity. Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Ibadan, the Oyo State capital.
Okay then, so that's a brief resume of what happened. And so it depends on who you're listening to, because I've been listening to those who, that is in the media space, those who say that PDP is now in deeper trouble, and there are those who also are saying that the soul of the PDP is still being fought for, and that, there is no cause for alarm. So everything depends on how you see it. Indeed, you probably stayed up. Well, when I say stayed up, you made sure to watch it, and so you could call in just before our guest gets here and we begin to talk about the matter, because there are quite a number of issues. There were these contradictory high court orders, and you don't need to be a lawyer to know that high courts, whether state or whether federal, have a similar sort of jurisdiction. Seniority? There is no matter of seniority. A high court ruling is a high court ruling. So the latest, I think, to show how this has been going topsy-turvy is when the former Jigawa State Governor and former Minister Sule Lamido, when he also now very, very, very late, he just decided that, he's coming into the matter, and he went to court. I've been hearing him say that it's been nothing but a show in view of his action in court. But good morning to you, Mr. George.
Good morning, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for calling.
This drama that is unfolding is an interesting one.
It is.
You know, what lies behind what you do is what counts in life. These people in the PDP have never really been serious about governance. They are crying, the president wants to make Nigeria a one-party state. But even now, we don't have any opposition. What I hear from the so-called opposition members is abuse. Abuse is not opposition. Let them take a government policy, critique it, and tell us why their own idea is a superior one. They should take men fund and say, this is what is wrong with it. If I were the one, this is what I will do. This is how I will do it better. Let them take the unification of foreign exchange and the removal of first subsidy and tell us, if I were to be the one, this is a better way I can do it and get a better result. We don't hear things like that. All they are saying is abusing somebody, this is that. Those are, it's not opposition. So what they are doing now is to go into extinct by not wanting to listen to voice of reason and by not obeying the laws of the land. A court says, do not do something because of this and that. You went to another court that will tell you to do it, even though it is not a court that is superior. How do you rule a country like that? Are these the people that want to come and govern us? They will come and set aside the constitution and do what they like at the expense of the comfort and unity of the people. So it's nature that is taking care of them. Wike has been saying something. He said they should follow due process. And that if they want to pay the party, they should do what they are doing now. And they are doing it. And you now turn around to suspend somebody who, or expel somebody who has been holding the party together when most of you are jumping from one party to the other. And then you say, it's expelled. We know it's not going to stand. We know it will be about the end of the PDP. And if they are not careful, a lot more will happen beyond party politics, that many of them will be politically sentenced. That's what is unfolding.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. We don't have opposition. We have other parties that can play the role of opposition. Must it be one party? Must it be PDP? Even the other ones, you don't hear people coming out and show intelligent arguments that shows that this person or this party is more capable. Have you heard of it? I have not. That's where we should be going when we talk about opposition, not just having the party in place that cannot offer anything. What they have done now is that they have given a clean slate to President Tinubu for a second term. And I, being one of his supporters, I'm happy with it. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you very much, Mr. George. And well, even what happened yesterday, I beg your pardon, at the convention itself, not everybody in the PDP appeared to be on board. In fact, just looking at the reports this morning, I'm reading in one of them that Saraki, former governor of Kwara State, also former Senate president, had warned, I'm learning, that the convention would serve no purpose, and had declared that he would not be there. And he actually was not there. He wasn't the only one. Even the Adamawa State Governor, Damofin Tiri, wasn't there as well. And so you begin to wonder, just as Mr. George is saying, you begin to wonder, how is PDP going to come out of this whole, as it were, as apart from being in pieces? So that's what we have for the moment, and quite frankly, it remains to be seen how PDP is going to claw its way back out of this. There also is the point that INEC was not present INEC was not there, and yet, as you know, INEC, has to be notified, informed in good time. These things, there are guidelines for them. You have to inform INEC, I think something like 30 days, if I'm not wrong, before the actual event, that this is going to be happening, and then INEC will be there. As it is, going by the regulations, that INEC wasn't there. There are those who are arguing that nothing happened really in the eyes of the law. Over the weekend, nothing happened because if it didn't happen according to the guidelines, then it just didn't happen. In fact, I think that is precisely the ground that former Jigawa State Governor and Foreign Minister, that's exactly the point he's standing on, and he's calling it something of a show. It was something of a show in that nothing is going to happen. Okay, let me take Ade, who has called in from the UK. Good morning. Good morning, Ade in the UK. Okay, good morning. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, like I said today on one TV in Abuja, the Wike is not the problem of PDP. It's Atiku. When the southern governor have a meeting, that they should zone it to the south, according to their constitution, PDP constitution. But Atiku hijacked it and said he wants to belong, when it was the turn of the southern part to produce a president. So that is where the problem starts. It's not about Wike at all. So what Makinde did in Ibadan is that he has spent a lot of money already. There's no way he can cancel that convention. And he's an outgoing governor. And with the other one in Bauchi, both of them are outgoing. So they're not looking for any election anymore. So what they did in Ibadan is like when somebody said in Nigeria, oh, I'm interested in contesting for governorship. Right from that day, everybody will call him His Excellency, His Excellency. He has not contested, so that's what that Makinde did in Ibadan. So the convention, that's why the court of law. So that's what he did. He can vote 10 billion for that. That they spent 10 billion or whatever billion for that convention. So they know what they are doing. So they should blame Atiku. And the greediness of that Atiku, that's what caused the problem for PDP. PDP now ABC has replaced PDP. So I told them in Abuja this one that Tinubu will win second term easily because they have shot themselves in the leg. ABC is just coming up, and I'm sure they are going to give to Atiku again. Why not wait and let southern part complete their tenure? Then go back to the north. Simple. That's what we want. God bless Nigeria. Good morning.
Thank you very much for calling in, Ade, in the UK. I hear what you have just said, but that's not the way the PDP members are saying it themselves. Take Chief Olabode George, for instance. These gentlemen are hopeful. They are hopeful that nothing spoiled. It just looks like that to people who are not, part of the system, that nothing spoiled at all. Well, it depends on, as I said, what side you're on. Okay. So there's that matter. Now the other matter is the very big news that so many people were sacked, from the PDP. Again, it's going to become an issue, I'm sure, because this will be fought in the courts. It's going to become an issue of under what aspect, what is the authority for that action? Sacking all these people. Then I've also had the question, and these are what I'll be asking Dr. Adetokunbo Pierce as soon as he can join us, which is just going to be in a few seconds. So what were you looking at in the PDP all this while until now that you have now done this? Those are the questions that are out there on the street, so to speak, that what is going on? Okay. Samson in Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you. I want to quickly respond to the PDP expelling Wike, Hangout, and others.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, there is no one man that is bigger than any institution. And there's no one man that is bigger than the party. The Wike anti-party activities are so obvious long ago. In as much as I don't want to start talking about the legality of the convention, whether it's legal or not, what most important is that the convention held in Ibadan and the Congress have decided to expel Wike FIOC. I think referencing the PDP constitution is anti-party activities are so obvious that this expulsion, expelling out, would have been done long time before now. So if the party sees the platform of the convention to do so, there is no need for any alarm. I think it deserves it. It came timely. It came at the right time when it should be done. So to me, we should start and others should start strategizing on how to become back to APC fully, since he's serving under the APC administration. Otherwise, then let him go to court, like he always advised, and challenge his suspension. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And nothing coming. In fact, I think I did see him. I saw him on social media somewhere saying that he's not who is he afraid of? If he wanted to join the PDP, I mean the APC, this very moment, there's nothing debarring him from doing so. But all of that was before this action. Now, Mr. Nyesom Wike and some fellow travelers have been expelled from the party. Well, Dr. Adetokunbo Pierce, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for coming along. Your party held its convention in Ibadan. Mm-hmm. I was listening to I was listening to the former foreign minister, Sule Lamido, mm-hmm. Who, when he was being asked about the event, you know his central role in the crisis. When he was being asked about the event, he was correcting the interviewer that you continue to say a convention held. You can't say a convention held. It didn't held because these things are properly defined. They are legally defined. Mm-hmm. No convention held. And for anybody to say that a convention held, he can be in contempt of court because he has an action in court that has, struck out the idea of that convention. Dr. Pierce, where exactly is the PDP?
The PDP is where Nigeria is. A lot of conflict in court judgments, a lot of distrust for the judiciary, a lot of impunity of people in authority, a lot of disrespect for the law. You see, what happened to the PDP is very simple to understand. You have the authority of the party in the National Working Committee of the party. Mm-hmm. And then you have people who say they will do whatever they want. That's what Wike did, and that's what caused all the problem. Before you have a Congress, it is the National Working Committee that will determine the date, the venue, and all the terms involved. What Wike did, which created this problem for him in the PDP, was that he felt he was bigger than the party. He decided on his own to conduct a South-South Congress and congresses in some states of the Southeast without authorization from the National Working Committee. He went ahead.
Which is the most powerful body?
It is the body in charge of organizing
of that particular function.
That function. By the way, for your information, you probably have heard me say before, the Congress that brought in Wike's people, that is Obi, George Turner, that whole group that he went and conducted the Congress for. The original Congress which brought them in 2021, I was the chairman of that South-South Congress.
Okay.
And the way we got to that event was that the National Working Committee nominated us, appointed some of us to go and conduct election here, there, and so on. I was one of the people who were sent to the South-South. That's the official way. By the way, Nyesom Wike was he invited us to he was in charge of that convention. And all the South-South governors of the PDP were there, all of them. And they appointed me the chairman of the Congress. So I told George Turner authoritatively, and I'm telling you authoritatively, that they are not officers of the party. They are not delegates because their term had expired.
Okay.
They now wanted a new term, and then they decided to conduct the election on their own. And so the National Working Committee of the party said, we don't accept you, we've rejected you. They are claiming that they are authentic delegates, and we cannot have the convention without them being recognized as delegates. And we say, but you conducted an illegal Congress.
Okay. Before you
that is what happened.
Okay. And before you
and I can tell you about Lamido. I don't know why. What's
somebody
wrong
is
with
waiting
him.
on the line. I'm going to come back so you can finish this thought. Good morning, Kesandu, in Imo State. Thank you for holding on, sir.
Good morning and happy New Week, sir. And good morning to your guest.
Yes, thank you very much.
Uncle Yuri, I need to be very honest with you. Like, whatever is happening in the People's Democratic Party is paining a whole lot of Nigerians. The reason is simple. We can't have a democratic government or society where it is just about the ruling party. The ruling party is the party in power, they're also the opposition. It is not done anywhere. And that's the truth. The problem is that people are just, you can't serve two masters at the time. It's either you remain in the PDP or you stay back in the APC. You can't begin the bidding of the opposition or the ruling party in the opposition party. It is not done anywhere. So if you want to stay with these people, stand with them.
Okay, are you referring specifically to Mr. Nyesom Wike?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. The minister, I don't have issues with serving the what's it called? Serving the federal government. If I were to be Wike or in a same society where people truly want the development of the nation, in this time that he's serving, the president found him worthy to serve as a minister, that he's a member of the PDP. What he would have done, resign as a member of PDP, serve Nigerians' interests. After that, you can return to your party if you so wish. But you cannot be here and this whole thing is happening. I used to be a member of the PDP too. I can tell you what happened in our party. Some of these impunities that's happening here and there, some people's interests are being hijacked and being. It is quite unfortunate. For me, I think what has actually happened in this is to actually make Nigerians, the PDP should go ahead and do whatever they have started with. And if the Supreme Court has actually said some of these things that happens in the party should be an internal affair. Thank God they've held their convention. Let us see if we can have an opposition that can actually speak truth to power. People who can actually say, no, the ruling party, this is what ought to have been done. And know what we're seeing in Nigeria. Nigerians are no longer, how can we be in Nigeria, the country we know? APC is just everywhere.
Okay.
Nobody is even saying that this should happen, this should happen. The Minister of FCT should understand this is better. And trust me, I wish and pray that the new Nigeria will be possible. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Kesandu. Appreciate your call from Imo State. But I don't think the opposition has any problem whatsoever speaking truth to power. In fact, what people are saying is that we're not hearing your voice, and we're not just talking about abusing. If it is abusing, don't consider that as speech, but speak truth to power. But I hear you, Mr. Kesandu. Thank you very much. This is going to be fought because the actions that were taken to expel all those officers, they've already begun to deride that action. which says that, oh, these people are going to try and fight this. They're not accepting the authority of the party. So what then? What then?
Well, it is the same impunity that got them into trouble that they are continuing with. You say you don't accept the authority of the party. Well, we shall see. We shall see if you have a case. Look, I understand now that it took so long to deal with the Wike issue because he has so many friends. He has been so influential in the party. But even Damagun, the acting national chairman, was on his side for a long time until the man became impossible. It just got extreme and they had to do something. So the party waited till the convention. That's why Wike and co were fighting tooth and nail to stop the convention, knowing that if that convention held, that is the highest organ of the party, bigger than the neck. You know why it's bigger than the neck? Because that is the People's Assembly, where all our chapters in the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory are represented formally and legally. Whatever they pronounce at that point becomes law for the party. And that's why we waited till the convention. Now that that has been pronounced, let anybody say what they want. You took an exam in the university, you failed the exam. The lecturer said you have failed. You say, I didn't fail, I passed. Well, we shall see. Who has the authority? We have the authority. The National Working Committee has the authority to discipline its members. It's in the Constitution. Let us see where they go from now. It's a terrible thing that has happened to them. Nobody wanted to expel these people. That's why we gave them such a long rope.
Okay.
Such a long rope. Okay. Such a long time.
Let me take a short break and then we'll be right back to continue with this. And indeed, at home, please keep your gunpowder dry. Call in and tell us what you feel about this whole matter. We'll be right back after this break.
The Renewed Hope Initiative RHI presents the RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow. This national competition is in 3 categories. The household category is a tree planting competition amongst 11 frontline states in northern Nigeria. Each participating household in Adamawa, Borno, Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara states will plant a minimum of 1 tree to qualify, with a video evidence of before and after the tree planting exercise. 20 million naira will be awarded to the best household. Submission deadline is 20th December 2026. Community category will see local governments, local communities, schools, and NGOs reclaim and transform degraded or abandoned areas such as dump sites, landfills, parks, and their likes into green, vibrant gardens, parks, and eco-friendly spaces. 50 million naira will be awarded to the overall best community group. Deadline for submission is 15th July 2026. States category will have all states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, excluding Enugu State, have a chance to address the growing threats to environmental sustainability and cleanliness. States will be judged based on the number of trees planted on major roads and inner streets and how clean they are. 100 million naira will be awarded to the best performing state. Already, Enugu State has 100 million naira for being RHI's model green state due to its greenery and cleanliness. Video evidence must be submitted by participating states on or before 20th December 2026. All entries must be directed to RHI Office, State House, Abuja, or email rhi.greenchallenge@statehouse.gov.ng. RHI Green Nigeria Challenge. Go green today for a greener tomorrow.
Okay, welcome back. And we're just looking at the convention, national convention that the PDP held in Ibadan. There are those who thought it wouldn't hold. In fact, people had done a lot of work, when I say people, within the PDP, so that that convention wouldn't hold. Of course, maybe it's because of what happened at their convention, where it was, people knew that it would go there, and so they didn't want the gathering to happen. But it did happen. And in it happening, it has been called a show. Somebody called it an early Christmas show, an early December show, that it wasn't serious in any way, shape, or form. Now, I was just reading out a newspaper report. Several prominent members of the party were also not in attendance, among them former Senate President Bukola Saraki and former Governor of Jigawa, Alhaji Sule Lamido. Saraki had warned that the convention would serve no purpose and declared that he would not be there. And he wasn't there.
Saraki made the warning 2 days before the convention. Look.
That it would serve no purpose.
I don't want to say...
So I was wondering, sir. Let me tell you more. Let me ask you the question. So I was wondering, for Saraki to say what he said, what is it that he sees that other elders in the PDP did not?
This is what I guess he has seen. All of us have our threshold of patience. Most of the leaders of the party, and indeed, I will tell you from our survey, from discussing with our members of the party, across board throughout every single state, if not 90%, minimum 80% of our members have said, sack these people a long time ago. So, if Saraki feels that he wants to continue with reconciliation meetings, that's his personal opinion. If any governor or anybody, any leader, wants to say, oh, we should give them more time, we should continue, after all the sabotage, all the bad-mouthing, all the demarketing, all the obvious attacks against the party to destroy the party, if they say we should give them time, good luck to them. We have decided what to do, and we have decided in a most powerful and profound way, because the voice of that convention is the loudest voice, the most authoritative voice of the PDP. No individual governor, even the national chairman, cannot challenge, cannot overturn the decision of that convention. That's the highest body of the party. So, any individual, but if you notice the comments from whoever, all the governors who said they didn't approve of the expulsion of these people.
Yes.
They made
Some
it clear.
associated themselves.
They made it clear that it was their own opinion.
Okay.
It was their personal opinion.
Okay.
It is not the opinion of the party. The opinion of the party is the voice of the masses, of the congregation that came together in that convention from all the states. That's the voice of the party, and we have spoken. We have expelled these people. This is good riddance to bad rubbish. These people have tried to derail us. I mean, listen to Fayose talk about the party. People have said, Lamido is one of them. Lamido said he will stay in PDP and work for ADC. Now, you tell me, anybody with common sense will tell you this man can be trusted. And he still wants to be our national chairman, God forbid. And he said they didn't sell him form. By the way, after you have said that, people are suspect. They know that they can't trust you. But more importantly, even technically, let me tell you this. The days for the purchase of form, nomination form, and the show of interest was clearly stated. It was something like September 22nd, and you will 2025. You will return the forms completed by September 26.
Yes.
And then, when did you hear Lamido talking about buying form? After the weeks after the return date had been concluded. This is just mere an attempt to derail, to cause confusion. The man is still saying, sometimes he will say, oh, I shouldn't have taken PDP to court. Look, the most important thing is two things. Number one, he has said he's a member, he's going to work for ADC. No, we don't want that anymore. They thought Wike would get away with it. I know Tambuwa said the same thing. He will remain in PDP and work for ADC. We're nobody. Now we've shown them, if you want to be a saboteur, you want to be a double agent, we are going to cut you off. You are going to be expelled from the party. You either be in one party or the other. You know, the problem they have now, let them go to court.
But they're going to, thank you.
They are going
let
to
them
fight.
Go to court. They are going to court.
They are going to fight it. They're going to make a fool of themselves. You know why? Which party do you belong to? What they're going to ask them. Are you a member of this? Are you a member? Anyway, now they're so desperate. They're so desperate because Fayose has no political party now. Wike has no political party. Nobody wants Wike in APC, I guarantee you. Nobody wants that troublemaker in APC. He has tried before to go to APC. They are even challenging Tinubu for appointing him because what he's doing in Federal Capital Territory is what he did in PDP. Put all his own people, henchmen, puppets in places so that he can control everything. Look, the political career of these people are finished. There's nowhere to go. But we gave them a long time to retrace their steps. They failed to do the right thing. Now, let us see what they're going to do.
Well, the first thing is that they're going to go to court since they don't accept this.
Let them go to court.
But as you said,
that is what
they'll get their comeuppance in court.
Sure.
The way you look at it.
Sure, that's a democracy. Yeah, sure.
Because, so are you still hopeful about the well-being of the PDP?
The PDP is alive and well focused and definitely ready to move forward. There's
quite
no
a number of PDP members say this. You are one of them. Another notable man is Chief Olabode George. And I'm sure there are others, in fact, that are sounding quite enthusiastic.
Don't talk about leaders that you know.
Yes.
Forget about all these big names. Go to the party. Go to the PDP. Members of the party from every ward, every neighborhood, every nook and corner of Nigeria will tell you that now we're happy what is going on. We have expelled the double agents. The enemy is within. They're the worst ones. Now that they're gone, the party is ready to move forward. Nothing is dragging us back now. We are the most democratic party in this country, and our role as a position now is to make sure that we do not end up in Nigeria with a one-party state. We're not going to have it. It is not in the interest of anybody.
I don't think anybody wants that. People keep on saying the ruling party, the ruling party.
But if we did not have that convention, we are moving toward being deregulated and non-existent. And if that happens, there's no real opposition in Nigeria anymore, because as we stand now, we all know the truth of the matter is the Labour Party is very weak now. The ADC is floundering. So therefore, the PDP, the largest political party in West Africa, the oldest political party in Nigeria, the big party, we need to be there to save democracy. People must have a choice. People must have a choice in a democracy.
Yeah, but nobody is denying them that. Nobody is even suggesting it.
You know who suggested it?
Who?
Who was denying it? Wike and Co.
Okay.
Yes, that's what they were
from
trying
within
to
the
do.
PDP.
That is why they were inside the PDP. Whoever sent them from the APC to come and do that damage, now they know it's over.
When you say whoever sent them, are you suspicious of the APC?
Did Wike not tell you he's working for APC?
That's not their fault.
No, I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. I'm just making a clear statement. These are statements of facts. He said he's working for the APC to derail the PDP. The same thing with Ayo Fayose. I understand they gave him a property now somewhere. Who gave it to him? Is it PDP? It's APC. So the government, President Tinubu is rewarding all this criminality.
Well, I am not party to this
These are
information.
Political bandits of the motor park variety.
Oh dear.
No, I am actually paraphrasing Bakari. Reverend Bakari.
Pastor Bakari.
Pastor Bakari. That's what he called them.
Okay. Engineer Respect in Abuja, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Good morning. Please go ahead.
Good morning to your guest.
Thank you.
I don't think the certainty at which he's saying somebody's political career is over is the right thing to do or to say. These are some of the reasons why PDP is having problems. You don't categorically and certainty condemn another person's political career to mere expulsion. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. After all, it is said that this is even a faction of the PDP. The other factions will still react. So please let us be human or humane whenever we are dealing with people that have divergent view or position to us. We might still come together later and converge in a position, a place, and then we now regret ever mentioning such things. That is just what I want to say about it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Engineer Respect. These are different times. He is actually interesting, the point that he is making, that look, for now, you might say there's a factionalization within the PDP, but you can't really tell among politicians. They might come together again.
Look, this is why we gave Wike such a long hope.
Because you were hoping against hope that they would have a change of heart.
It is obvious now that they didn't mean well for the party. They said it publicly, that they're going to do this, they're going to do that, to undermine the party. Talk about the party is dead. Your family is your family is trying to survive. Let me give you an example of the most ridiculous and shameful leadership. Diri, governor of Bayelsa, they asked him, why is he leaving the PDP? He said, because PDP is a sinking ship. He's jumping out. You are the captain of the ship, and you're jumping out when there's a problem, when he's sinking. You should be court-martialed.
And usually, the captain will leave last.
He should be the one to leave last, not the one to jump out and leave his people behind. And that's what all these governors have been doing. Let me tell you, you and I are going through times, Nigerians are going through turbulent times in our governance. We've never seen it so dirty, so stupid. Look, these are no leaders. I mean, you jump out of a sinking ship. What is sinking ship? You should rescue the ship, and you should be the last to leave. But let me tell you, you know why we are so happy in the PDP, where we are confident? We are losing governors, but we are gaining the masses.
You think so?
Oh, definitely.
I mean,
let me give you an example.
It sounds good the way you said it.
It sounds good.
But are you really attracting members into your party?
Let me give you an example. Okay. When the governor of Akwa Ibom decided to go to APC, look at the way he's been treated in his state now. They boo him wherever he goes. When Okowa left and took Sheriff, his governor, all of them, when they went to their people, the members of the party, they told them, go on your own, we are not going with you. That is what we are doing now, what we're experiencing. Diri has gone, but his deputy governor is remaining, where the party is intact. The people, the governor has one vote. You know why they are trying to get governors all over the place? They think their governors will be able to manipulate the vote in those states because they have the power, they have the funds, and so on. But this election is going to be different. 2027 is going to be the APC against the people of Nigeria.
Well, the way you put it, that those governors who are decamping from the PDP, the thought might be that they'll be able to manipulate the votes. Nobody, manipulation, okay. Everybody is against manipulation.
That is by the grace of God.
The new chairman of INEC, you know, he has a job of work to do.
By the grace of God, we shall see. But that's our own suspicion. That the reason why they are so eager to get these governors is that the governors will declare the results and say, okay, I'm the governor, this is the result. The people will not take it this time. It's not going to happen. So let everybody be ready. This is going to be election of the people.
Okay. I have Tunde. Is it in K2?
Jota.
Good morning. Good morning, Tunde. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I hope your day is going fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Just my contribution to the program is just a short view.
Okay.
Like what the last caller said. You see, Dr. Pierce in question, they are representative of Lagos State. Have they ever win Lagos State for PDP? Can they stand the contribution of what Wike has been bringing to the fold of PDP? Lagos State PDP has never even win just anything in Lagos State, PDP. And they are comparing themselves, castigating a man like that are supposed to take softly. They are supposed to carry their burden to Atiku that will hopefully spoil their party. It's not Wike they are supposed to put their aggressive to. Wike is somebody, he has his own antecedent. But the issue at hand is that Wike is still a bona fide.
I think something happened. I couldn't hear you, but I'm guessing you were going to say Wike is still a bona fide member of the PDP. But is it a fair, proposition that he makes that, okay, Dr. Pierce, sir, you've been vocal about the PDP. Well, what has PDP ever achieved in Lagos as evidence that indeed anything of significance can be handed over by the electorate to the PDP?
Well, we are not talking about Lagos, we're not talking about Nigeria. Our issue with Wike is not about Lagos, first and foremost, it's about Nigeria. He said Wike has been very generous in the party. Wike has been a strong member of the party. Wike has delivered a lot for the party. All of that is true. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you...
But PDP hasn't.
PDP hasn't what?
Hasn't done anything
no.
For the party.
We're talking about...
No, he just came out of it and said that, sir, you're a very vocal person. You are a die-hard PDP person. Yet, in all your time, nothing has happened of benefit.
Listen, two things he said. Our issue is not with Wike in Lagos. Wike has nothing to do with us here.
Yes.
Wike has achieved a lot for PDP. That is true. He funded the party a long time ago, but all of that is in the past. Mm-hmm. In fact, he loved the party very much, but that was yesterday. Today, there's a divorce. He has declared himself the enemy of the party.
And it's an acrimonious divorce.
Yeah, exactly. So therefore, the past is the past. And by the way, when Wike boasts about how he funded the party, I ask him, the money you used to fund the PDP, is it your inheritance? Whose money is it? You are not a successful lawyer. You are a charge and bail lawyer. You don't have any company.
There's no need
no. Look, listen.
He's not an SA.
My own approach to discussing these issues is to be factual and to be fearless.
Okay.
I am telling you, if a lawyer says because he's a lawyer, don't forget I'm a teacher too, a teacher of very many years. The fact that you went to law school and got a law degree doesn't make you a lawyer. What cases have you ever defended or prosecuted?
Okay.
Where did you get the money?
Okay.
Where did you get the money? Mm-hmm. It is Rivers State public money, the taxpayers' money. This is what he has done for the PDP. So let him be humble enough to understand that he hasn't done anything spectacular for the PDP.
Okay, well.
So he has achieved a lot. By the way, what these people are saying, no, we have not achieved anything in Lagos. Let me tell you.
Very briefly, please.
This last election, 2023, was the worst. We never had it so bad.
Okay.
We have had 40% for the president in Lagos. We have had 39% for a presidential election in Lagos. And by the way, in 2015, we had 6 members of the House of Reps in Lagos. We had 8 members of the Lagos State Assembly. And so therefore, there was a time, I think it was 2011, we had about 18 councillors in Lagos.
Okay.
So we have not been successful enough. We have not been able to defeat APC in Lagos. But that is not that we have not achieved anything.
That is not to call you a failure, to call PDP an entire failure in Lagos.
Thank you.
Well, Dr. Adetuku Pierce, as always, thank you very much for coming on. Your final thought, you don't think it is the end for PDP?
This is
very briefly, yes or no answer. You don't think it's the end?
The party is focused. The party is stronger than ever before because the party has gotten rid of the malignant tumor that was in the party. These are these saboteurs that we have expelled.
Okay.
Now we are ready to go. We are stronger. We are united. We have quality now, not quantity.
Okay.
And we're ready to go and present ourselves to Nigerians to vote for our party in 2027. We can rescue Nigeria from the terrible situation that it is in now.
We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Dr. Adetokunbo Pierce. Really appreciate your coming on the program this morning. Of course, speaking, for the PDP. That's what you're doing. Thank you very much for coming. Okay, that's been our program today. Do please join us tomorrow. This is going to be a continuing saga. I'm sure of it. We're going to revisit this subject matter. See you tomorrow, God willing, for a fresh edition of the program. I'm Yori Folare. Bye-bye for now.
From Lagos to the world, TVC Communications has been nominated for its very first international award, the prestigious AIB. It's a recognition of our voice, vision, innovation, and relentless drive to push beyond boundaries.